Hey, check out this sick clip from my friend.
Oh! I have that clipped! I have that clipped!
Anyways, this video is about Valorant. Have you been too happy recently? Are you looking to change that? If you answered yes to either of those questions, then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Valorant Ranked, a gaming experience that is all parts video game, anger management course, and dating simulator. Every day, thousands of players just like you, although probably unemployed, log in to queue up for a chance to win and climb the ranked ladder. If you can navigate the hate speech, trolls, raging 10-year-olds,
Go smoke the spike,
and the worst players you've ever seen turn on a computer while still somehow also playing well enough to win the game, you'll be granted some glorious RR, allowing you to move up a division once you've gained enough, with Bronze as the lowest to the elusive Radiant as the highest. Over the past several months, I've stepped into the shoes of a Valorant ranked grinder, albeit with a financial incentive. Look, sometimes you're a broke college student and Riot Games makes a pink knife that you can spin in the pregame lobby. My plan was to make it to plat by the end of the summer, and the only thing standing in the way of this plan was the fact that I'm terrible at this game. So what do you need to become not terrible? I don't know.
Said you're scared, I'll let you down. Stick around and you'll find out. Don't you wanna make me proud?
Like with most things, if you want to get good at Valorant, you need to know what you're doing and why. If you've somehow stumbled on this video without having ever played this game before, first of all, thanks for sticking around, and here are the rules. One side starts with the spike and their job is to win the round by either planting the spike on designated bomb sites on the map and defending it until it explodes, or killing the entire enemy team before they defuse the spike. The other team wins the round by killing the enemy team before they plant the spike or defusing it before it blows up. First to 13 rounds wins the game. After 12 rounds total, you switch sides. Easy, right? Wrong. There are like 400 maps and 400 agents, and all of them are different, and you need to learn what each one of them does to a certain degree, otherwise you will get knowledge gapped. There is a whole area of improvement in Valorant that has nothing to do with playing the game. What's a good team comp? What is a default? Where is B arcade? Knowing these things is part of the difference between being Radiant and being my rank. The difference between thinking that ISO's ultimate gives you a shield automatically and knowing that you have to use your E before you ult them. And also that you need a Vandal, and it has to have a good skin, because skins equals wins. Skins make you better. Trust me, I would know. This section of the video is sponsored by my debit card, my minimum wage job, and my poor impulse control. The best things to know if you're trying to climb quickly are the things that make you carryable for your teammates that are better than you. Callouts are probably the easiest way to do this. Study the maps to know what each location is called so you can call out where the enemy is when you see them. Then hop in a game and learn what people actually call some of the spots on the map. Right here on Ascent, you're going to want to call that Jennifer, because Jennifer is the full name of Jenny, and Jenny stands for generator, which is what that thing is, and on the map, this is only referred to as a site. Another great way to help your team, which most Valorant players haven't gotten the hang of yet, is to stay positive. Typically in real life, if someone is doing well, you want to congratulate them, make them feel good, and if someone is doing poorly, you want to stay positive and help them keep their head up. This should be the same thing in online games because we're human beings that care for each other, but Valorant players have decided that instead, it is necessary to be as cruel and evil to your teammates and enemies as humanly possible. I've played League of Legends for 9 years, and never in my life have I seen the level of verbal abuse this game brings to the table. It's remarkable how terrible people can be to other people over voice chat. This isn't even text chat. Lastly, it helps to know what agent you're playing. If you haven't decided on an agent yet, just pick Gecko. He has 2 blinds to clear corners, a bomb to clear corners, a way to remotely plant the spike or defuse the spike, or clear corners, and an ult that removes the enemy's ability to fight back for 6 seconds so they can't shoot you if they're standing in the corner. If you're like me and you haven't unlocked Gecko yet, play Neon. She plays the game at 2 times speed most of the round, can slide at enemies to instantly change her position on the screen, has a stun that bounces off walls, and an ult that lets you run while shooting at full accuracy as you Emperor Palpatine your enemy to death. Agent choice doesn't really matter, but what matters more is agent knowledge. Despite being kinda terrible after recent nerfs, I've played a lot of Clove to decent success purely because I think they're cool. Practice your agent's unique strategies, keep a positive mindset, and give good callouts to your better teammates, and you'll be on the fast track to the high ranks. Except, of course, none of this matters if you can't hit your shots. Good game. Besides the massive gap in online following, the biggest difference between you and a pro player is likely your aim. If you have the worst game sense in the world but can hit every headshot, you're still going to be better than a player with fine aim and fine game sense. If you're good enough at aiming, you can sometimes make it to pro play with barely any game knowledge and have someone on your team just direct you where to go so you can aim and shoot. There's no way around it. If you can shoot your gun well in the game about shooting guns, it's going to be beneficial. Plus, without good aim, you wouldn't be able to make a cool Valorant montage. The Vandal and the Phantom should be your go-to weapons. They're the only true rifles in the game, providing great all-around combat capabilities. Get the Vandal if you think you can hit headshots, it's a one-tap to the head regardless of range. Get the Phantom if you want to spray more and have better accuracy while doing it. If you want to execute anyone who dares walk onto your screen, get the Operator, a sniper rifle that one-shots to the head and body. If you're broke, get the Sheriff, which can still one-shot people if you hit their head from a certain distance, or a Ghost to tap-fire people with the silencer so they don't know where you are. If you suck, buy a Judge. If you suck even more, buy the Odin. I'm already too stupid to explain the real-life economy, so there's no way I'm going to explain Valorant economy, so let's keep it simple. If the gun helps you, personally, kill people, you should buy it. And if you want to get better, you should learn how to use the rifles or the op. I quite like the gunplay in Valorant. Every competitive game I played in recent memory has become coked out on movement tech and fast fights to keep the game engaging, so it feels good to improve at Valorant's slower gameplay and getting a kill by putting your crosshair where an enemy's head should be and headshotting them through a smoke. Likewise, it feels doubly bad when you wait around for an entire round and get headshot instantly for forgetting to clear a corner, so it's a double-edged sword. I think the abilities add a nice texture to the gunfights that something like Counter-Strike doesn't have, especially because my character's abilities let me slide directly into the enemy team. So you need to be good at aiming to be good at Valorant. That's a given. But how do you improve this? There's aim labs, sure, but why am I not getting the progress I want? Let me break it down for you. Here's the hardest part of improving in Valorant. You have to play Valorant. A lot. I what felt like eat, drank, and slept Valorant for the past 3 months. Do you know how many games I actually played? 18. Do you know how many hours of gameplay that was? 10. 10 hours. Just like with anything, if you want to get better at Valorant, you need to put the proper time into it. Me playing less than 20 games and expecting to hit plat is pretty unrealistic. Did I get better in the time I played? Yeah, but marginally. It was too small a sample size. And with Valorant games taking 40 to 60 minutes on average per game, 2 or 3 games a day is a huge time commitment to make. Between working 2 jobs and seeing my friends in real life, I couldn't do that. So what happens if you do dedicate the proper time to it? What do you experience playing Valorant every day? I'm not qualified to teach you about that, but thankfully my good friend and actual Valorant YouTuber might know a thing or two about the subject. Why don't I let him take it away?
Well, if 10 hours and 18 games is eating, drinking, and sleeping Valorant, then... oh my dear God. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any hopes and dreams of climbing in Valorant, then I really hope you don't have any other hopes and dreams. Or a sleep schedule. Or a social life. Or maybe you're just a communications major. Because with those things, then climbing in this godforsaken game is impossible. And take it from someone who's played this game a lot, for 4 years straight. So, anyway, if you want my honest opinion on how to climb in this game, I'd say this. If you're going to commit, go all the way. Play at least 3 comp games every single day, watch pro players or high-level content creators, preferably those who play the same agent as you, and above all else, VOD review. Please, for the love of God, I see so many players who want to improve, and they don't watch their games. If you don't know what mistakes you're making, then how do you expect to improve? So please, watch your games back, because if you do, I'm sure you'll be confused as to whether you're watching your own gameplay, or someone who doesn't have the use of their arms, or the ability to think. See, I would tell you to watch my guides on how to play different agents to improve. That is, if my guides provided any useful information about anything relevant to the game. Which they don't. So don't watch them for educational reasons. Please. So, after all that, you might be asking yourself, Toast One Easy, all of these ways to improve sound really annoying, and you seem like a loser as well. And while one of those things are definitely true, I'm not so sure about the other one. But what I can tell you is that hard work does pay off. Sort of. I've hit Immortal almost every episode, with one being where I cracked into the top 2,000 players, which is pretty cool, but it does come with a lot of dedication, so I hope you're ready for the challenge. And with that, it is time I hand you back over to the one and only Danny's Inferno. So while I don't understand why you'd want to get into Valorant Ranked, I still wish you luck with your climb. And try not to say too many slurs with your teammates while you're at it, alright? See ya!
So there you have it. Check out his channel below if you're craving more Valorant content. Legend has it I'm in one of those videos, but you'll just have to watch all of them to figure out which one. Dedication. The actual biggest difference between me and the pros. Practice makes perfect, and I am not perfect. But if you came to this video looking for a review, you're probably wondering, is it even worth it? I think it could be. For my money, Valorant is a well-crafted, insanely fun game to play and be good at. Those exciting highs are balanced out by deep, soul-crushing lows when having a bad game, which isn't helped by the frequently evil group of gamers in the lobby with you. I had a great time attempting my climb, but the thrill of victory wasn't enough for me to keep pushing through the hardship and weather the storm of people wishing that I get skin cancer. If winning it's worth it to you, and you're admittedly more willing to deal with people that want you to get skin cancer, then across the vast ocean of AIM Labs training, VOD review, watching pro play, deathmatch rounds, the loss of a social life, barely passing your classes, being sleep deprived all the time, and hundreds of hours of competitive games, there lies a competitive experience that, according to all of my high-ranked friends, isn't that fun. Wait, wasn't this supposed to be a positive review?